80's boy, never let yourself be 80. Just skip 80. 103 is quite interesting.
Eileen Kramer, Australia's oldest dancer and choreographer, if not the world's. Born in Sydney, 1914, the year World War I started, before the Harbour Bridge was built. She's lived and danced in India, Paris, London and New York, and she returned home to Australia at 99 years old. Not to retire, but to keep dancing.
It's like making order out of chaos. Not that I'm chaotic, but can be sometimes.
How is she 103? How is her body still doing what she's doing? How is her mind still doing what it's doing?
I know, it's incredible. And I think her secret is that she is constantly creating. She never has a day when she isn't thinking about her next creative endeavour. And that's what keeps her alive and youthful and energetic.
I still like to wear lipstick, eyeshadow. I do feel that, I'm full of this beauty of breath. Breath is life.
Eileen was an original member of Australia's first modern dance company, the revered Bodenwieser Ballet.
It's an incredible legacy. Gertrude Bodenwieser escaped Nazi Germany. She was in Austria, but she got out just before Hitler got in and came to Sydney. German expressionism was her language. So she came to Australia and to New Zealand and inspired generations of dancers and choreographers. So Eileen was an original member of that company here.
The dances we did with Bodenwieser, they were either what they call vignettes, small dances expressing some kind of emotion.
It's so different to how we dance in a contemporary sense now, but that's what's driving her. It's the breath, it's emotion. Nothing is abstract, it's always emotionally based.
In the 1950s, Eileen headed abroad, destined for decades of creative experiences and escapades, like meeting Louis Armstrong in Paris.
So he showed me how to do the twist. He was a little bit naughty. He had some big cello, I think, and he was going up and down looking at me like that. And I met Ella Fitzgerald and was so charmed by her voice. She was fairly plump, shall we say, but her voice was always like a young girl. I just loved her.
During her life overseas, Eileen loved and she lost. At one point, she stopped dancing for 20 years to care for an ailing husband in New York. Then at 99, after losing another partner, Eileen decided it was time to return to Australia. She was elated to be home, but there were a couple of hurdles.
I thought I brought a lot of money with me, but they said, no, you are at risk of homelessness. Even with a pension, you might still not have enough to pay the rent in Sydney, and I wanted to live in Sydney.
The Arts Health Institute picked up that Eileen was a national treasure. She's become their ambassador and they've supported her to live and make more work. And to celebrate her 103rd birthday, Eileen's been working on her latest dance drama called A Buddha's Wife, inspired by her travels in India.
To see a 30-year-old beautiful man dance with Eileen, they create this magic, I think.
And Eileen, she seems pretty happy to be wrapped in a young man's arms. That was a deliberate choreography approach by her, I think.
No, she knew. When we first conceived of this idea to put this show on, she went, I have to be the princess. Can I be the princess at 103? I said, yes, I think you can.
You are playing a 17-year-old.
I'm taking a chance, but it's to do with her feelings, not with her age. Now this sounds a bit silly, but I still feel like the little girl I used to be. And that's when I started doing creative work. I still work from the same basic point of view. I've learned a little bit, of course, in my travels through life, but basically, I think I'm the same.
She is a dancer through and through. She dances with the true essence of what dance is.
Been blessed with good health, and good health depends a lot on you. You know, what you eat, what you think, and what you've suffered and what you've recovered from. You do have to prepare for age. I've prepared by always doing creative work, and I've succeeded in that. I don't want to stop dancing.